probably the only good thing about me is when I get stuck, I'm never afraid to push all the buttons. I might be sending off nuclear weapons to Russia.
Okay, well, because guess what? I think we're live on YouTube.
All right.
So, okay, you were live on
Not
YouTube.
a beer, it's a Pepsi. So get off.
Yeah, I know. I thought that too when I heard that. But I got my monster. Okay, so now let's see. Share your referral link. Do I need that? Okay, first of all, in case you're just tuning in, hi, I'm Maureen Tara Nelson at MTN Matchmaking, and it looks like I might have made a little tiny mistake. So I'm going to see if we're on live now, because we've been talking for over 10 minutes, Steve and
Really good stuff.
Yes, here we are. Oh my God, you should have heard what we were saying. We knew no one was listening. But then at the end, I realized, oh, we're live on YouTube, though. So YouTube's going to be a little extra.
Yeah, it's going to be popular this afternoon.
Okay, so I'm so glad that I figured it out. Sorry about that. And let's see if I could change this instead of just friends seeing it to
the whole world.
Public, but no, not yet. So as people probably know by now, I have to, for some reason, just let it be my friends seeing it first, and then afterwards, it could be everybody. So, okay, we have great questions. We have to start over since nobody heard us, and great questions. And so much has happened because summer is my favorite time of the year. I just started, if anyone follows me on social media, which I hope you do, I just started my summer program where you probably know already I walk 5 days a week. But now I'm swimming because the pool here is open since Memorial Day. And Dave knows because he was a lifeguard at Azalea. That's how I have my first crush from seeing him, well, outside my house because he was friends with my brother Brian, but he was also a lifeguard at Azalea Pool. So the water was always so cold. And for a lot of swimmers like cold, I don't. I have to have it warm. So I have the greatest lifeguard here where I live that I just text a half hour before I show up. And the water was put on 86, 87. Today, it was 89 degrees.
It was a hot tub.
It was heaven. So I started with 20 laps, but I did have to stop after 10 the other days just to stretch and so on. But today I said, I want to go the full 20 without stopping. And I did. So then I stretched, and that was only going to be it. But instead, I did 10 more. So today is the first day that I'm up to 30.
Wow, that's good. That's really good.
Thank you. Well, that's nothing for Dave because he swims indoors, and he swims much more than 30 laps.
72 laps. Every other day.
Unbelievable. The most I can do and will get up to is 50. But
You know,
I've
the number of laps don't matter. The fact that you're doing it and other people are doing it is the important thing. You know,
Mhm.
how many people stand by the side of the pool or go into the gym and walk around all the weights and don't do anything? A lot.
Yeah, those are people looking to find dates. Which, if you don't know this already, ladies, don't go to a gym looking to pick up a guy. Just don't do it. Guys, go to the gym to work out.
Yes.
They don't want to be flirting with you or anything like that. In fact, it annoys them. What do you think about that, Dave?
I might catch a glimpse of a pretty lady,
Mm-hmm.
think, wow, she's a pretty lady, and then go back to doing, bench pressing or whatever else I'm doing. Really, the gym is kind of like my therapy time.
Mm-hmm.
I get in my own head and I do cardio first, whether it's swimming at 72 laps. I used to ride the bike for 7 miles, and then I get to work out. And it's just, I've done this since college, and I'm a lot older now than I was then. It's just something that settles me down. It's comforting, keeps my body in good shape, and
Yeah, it feels great.
yeah, I never really subscribed to, people saying, oh, getting picked up at the gym. I thought to myself, I'm a sweaty mess at the gym. Who wants to pick me up?
Right. And you don't want to pick up someone who's not sweaty because they're not really into working out. They're just there trying to probably meet you. So,
Yeah.
So Margaret came, my friend Margaret, who might be watching, and if she is, say hi. She came yesterday and she videotaped my swimming. And so I just do freestyle. That's it.
Yeah.
And as she was just supposed to video one lap. That's it. So when I did that lap, she yells out and she's still videoing. Okay, now do the butterfly. I have not done the butterfly in over 20 years. And even 20 years ago, when I was in my prime, it was hard to do. I don't think I was able to do even a full lap back then. I could do maybe half a lap. It's the hardest swimming stroke, I think. What do you think?
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. When we were in college and we were swimming, there was a guy named Billy Whiteshoes. And I know it's kind of funny.
Million jokes in my head right now, but
okay, so Billy Whiteshoes was built like this. And he made the Olympic team. And I've never seen anybody get as high and as far out of the water as this guy could get. And he was a great kid. He was a really good guy. He actually did make the Olympic team. He was an alternate, but still, to be an alternate of the United States American.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. And he was a good guy. He was a good guy.
Well, I'm glad she said that, because never in a million years would I have ever thought to try doing the butterfly again.
Yeah.
And I did try. It was very hard. And I had to finish that lap because I didn't know if she was still videoing it and I wasn't going to stop. So I had no choice. It was really hard.
Did you have editorial rights to that video?
I said, if you post that, I will flip like I've never flipped before. But she did send it to me. Mm-hmm. And I think for fun, I might just post it. Why not? But
Uh,
okay, so
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I always found swimming relaxing for my mind.
It is, yeah.
You know, so
hmm There's a million things that just peacefully go through my head
mhm.
when I'm swimming. So, okay, so that is, and I think I posted this too, my summer routine that I walk up to an hour. I just can't do it in the rain. I couldn't do it yesterday because Margaret was there, but I'll be doing that plus the swimming. And then I'm going to start off in the morning doing the yoga so I can do stretching.
Good.
And I hope I'm going to squeeze in that 20 minutes of the cardio on the video that I was talking to you on the phone many times as I was doing it. And you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So that's my goal. That's why I put it out there, because now I'm manifesting it. So
Mhm.
if I don't manifest it, it's not going to happen. And so I'll manifest it on my dream board right there. So if you're not manifesting what you want to do this summer, you better hurry up. Because, I mean, technically we have till June 21st, but for me, Memorial Day, that's summer. So, and, in a blink of an eye, it's going to be gone. And oh, God, I'm already fearing it. So, but speaking of summer, let's see, Ruth and my niece Susie. Susie worked for me for so many years. She's brilliant. She's now an engineer in New York City, doing testing on soils and
Wow.
things of that matter. Yeah, she has her master's in it and so on. She does very well. But since she used to work with me, we went last weekend on Sunday to the Dan's Paper event, the
Wow.
magazine event, and they call it the Rosé Soiree. So there's tons of rosé wine that you get samples of.
Yeah.
They had food, like DJ Chef was there. He's such a cool guy. I forget the name of what he calls it, like Eats and Eats is his logo.
Mhm.
So he was mixing up the great shrimp with
Wow.
music. There were so many people there. It was really great. However, it rained like crazy on Sunday. It was so bad here. That was my only look who's on, Dave. I can't see without my glasses.
I can't. Who's on?
And that's your job.
I
Remember
don't
the
have your
comments?
screen. I can't see.
Remember you opened up the comments on the side?
I see you and I see me.
Remember right before?
Two
You-
comments.
Yes.
I'm getting good at this.
Okay, do you see it now?
Kim Bell. Hi, Sunshine.
Hi, Kim. We love you.
We love you, Kim. Hi. Thanks for
Okay.
giving me a nod there. But I'm hurt that you gave her one more heart than you gave me.
He's so competitive. It is insane how competitive Dave is.
I'm just playing, Kim. I'm just playing.
Okay, so the three of us went to this amazing dance event, and Vicky Schnaps owns, oh God, I think 30 publications all over the world. She owns Long Island Press, where we've won for the past 9 years Best Matchmaking Service on Long Island. She also owns Dan's Papers, and we've won that. Dan's Papers handles Long Island, Eastern Long Island.
Mhm.
So we've won Best Matchmaker for the past 15 years there. And I have to say, Dan's Papers is just, well, they're both great to me. Both. because Vicky is so great. I think of her like as a mom. So whenever she comes to events, she's my idol. I love her. Her son also runs the show now. He's amazing. You met him, Dave, at the celebratory event of winning Best Matchmaker for Long Island.
Yep.
When you came for that. So her son is great. And I have to say, for Dan's Papers, I wanted to do something different because this is, everyone knows, I think it's my 25-year anniversary of matchmaking. And there's a lot of really, really exciting news coming up. I will just mention a Hamptons event, I believe in August. I just have to get my friend, whom I love more than anything, my colleague and friend, the New York City celebrity matchmaker, Bonnie Winston. If someone comes to me, they're New York City, or say all of our clients have to be open on religion. And most of my clients are like Catholic or spiritual, But if someone says, okay, I'm Jewish and I only want Jewish, I can't do that. So I'll send them to Bonnie. Now, Bonnie is now partners with Patty Stenger. So they were, of course, there 2.5 weeks ago when we had the Manhattan Certified Matchmakers Convention, which was incredible. So I asked them both, would they partake in a Hamptons event, not to celebrate my 25 years, but to have a great event in the Hamptons for that all the proceeds, I don't want to make any money on it, so all the proceeds will go to breast cancer. And I'm trying to figure out which breast cancer, organization to give it to. So I have to work out the details with them, but I am pretty sure they both gave me the thumbs up. So I'm really excited about that. And so with Dan's Papers this year, they offered to do a write-up on me for my 25 years. I could just cry at how happy that made me when they offered to do that for me. So with that, I said I would, buy an ad because this is the summer edition, which came out the day before Dan's Papers. Remember, it was raining and, free drinks all night. We got an Uber coming home. That's why it looks like this. The covers on the floor.
Yeah, I remember.
It was great. But so I said to them, let's do something completely different. And, I always had the philosophy that with MTN Matchmaking and my logo and my picture, that I had to keep everything the same for branding purposes. But I just went with this because with 25 years now, we're raising the bar. We only take on now the top 20% of singles, and it has made a huge difference in how much easier it is to make singles successful, because we don't deal with what we used to deal with, that someone maybe thought they were in the top 20% and kind of weren't, but they passed our screening process and I would take them on, but they would be unrealistic and only want someone at that caliber, which doesn't work. And then when it doesn't work, it's not their fault. It's Maureen sucks. But let me just premise, never with the guys. The guys always take my advice, so they're always successful. But so look, Dave, at this different type of ad for me, and the write-up is here.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so look at my picture, but then a caricature. I tried. What is it called, Dave?
We practiced this.
We were practicing it and I still screwed it up.
Caricature.
Caricature.
There you go. That's it. Caricature.
Okay, so this paper is their summer edition. It came out, like I said, the day before the event, but it's 300 pages. So
Wow.
this stays out the whole entire summer.
Wow.
So I'm just so honored. And at the event, again, there were so many amazing people there. Ed Shine, the photographer that I've known for years. My old PR guy, Todd Shapiro, was there. And he used to do this dance.
Mhm.
Like this. Wait. I think it was like this when he took pictures. But he would have everyone doing it.
Let me just say, if you have to describe a dance, it's usually a tire fire.
A stance.
A stance.
Stance.
I thought you said dance.
I know. I probably said it like that.
All right.
He did a stance. Stance. And I can't even picture it right now, but now I haven't seen him in a year.
Mhm.
And he always did it. But anytime he was with politicians, famous actresses, actors, ball players, they all would do the stance with him. I myself took pictures with them and did it as well. So when we went to take a picture, I'm like, okay, so do we do the stance? And he goes, oh yeah, no, I don't do that anymore. I'm like, what? I love that. And he said to me, well, you could have that now.
Unbelievable.
But I'm not going to do it. It's his thing. Not going to do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I mean, there were just so many great people. We met a beautiful young lady who I believe will be part of our matchmaking program there. And there were just one of my clients came, so that was fun. Everything about the night was so much fun. Oh, Steve Carl, who owned Carlisle on the Green, the big golf course.
Mhm.
He taught me so much about business. When I first, 20 years ago, I owned my own business. And he graciously gave me so many marketing tips that I use them to this day. So I was so happy to see him and so many other people. And part of it's on my social media, but I still have a lot more. So, okay, so that was that. Then we have, and Kim, I want you to make sure you come to this, as well as all of my clients. This is going out in a newsletter and also throughout all my social media, and I want to talk about it today, that I don't have the time to plan singles events because I'm so busy, but my great colleague, whom I love, she's beautiful, smart, successful. She owns Power Magazine. So she is helping a friend of hers at this wonderful restaurant, Valley Bar in Locust Valley, on July 1st. And this is going to be such an amazing singles event, and it's specifically for singles in their 50s and 60s. What a great idea.
Yeah, that's tremendous.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever done it like that. And she's not doing, say, speed dating per se, because, you know, there's a million problems with that. However, she's a great networker, by the way. Great networker. Yeah, good. Kim, so you have to come. This will all be on my social media today. And so the owner of the event, Stamatos, was very nice that I am one of the sponsors as well, and I will be offering a free membership as a raffle to one of the lucky winners there. So I am just really so excited about attending. The place is beautiful. The food is great. It is going to be the best singles event ever. So that's on July 1st. So Kim, keep that in mind. Then my friend Nick, who is part of the Mavericks, which if you don't know, these are a group of great businessmen on Long Island. And as Tonya put it, because they had an event last week as well. And that was the third one in, I guess, 2 months that they had. And she's like, why are all these men gorgeous? And they are. Now, many of them are married, of course. Okay. But they're very successful businessmen. And all they do is charity and giving back. They're unbelievable, the Mavericks. So they're having their next event. And this, I believe, is by invitation only. But I think if it were me, I would look up the Mavericks and I would try to be friends with Nick or the rest of the guys. And, they're just so nice and welcoming. So that is in June, but it's at Oheka Castle. Dave, have you ever gone to Oheka Castle when you used to live on Long Island?
No, I never did.
Oh my gosh. It's, I think it's the only castle, right? On Long Island that.
I don't know. I have to defer to you on that one.
Yes, that still functions as an event place, and it's just incredible. So I'm just so happy about the invite for that, and I can't wait for that.
Mm-hmm.
So all of this will be on my social media, and we better get to the questions because I have 2 more appointments to do. I have a 5 o'clock and a 7 o'clock left over. Mm-hmm. And then I still have well over 100 matches to still send out. And I think I spoke to you last night, Dave, and it was kind of late. It was like, I think we stopped talking at 10:30 or something. And yeah, I sent out about 50 matches after that. Now,
you said to me when we were talking and we were just about ready to hang up that you have about 50 or more matches. Then I thought to myself, there's no way she's going to be able to stay awake long enough to do it. I
was exhausted. I was so truly exhausted. But then I think of my clients, and all my clients are like family to me. And I'm just so blessed by God that I get to help all of them, especially this year with taking on, just the top 20% of everyone. Mm-hmm. It's just unbelievable. So I just made myself do it. Now, before that, though, when we were talking on the phone, I knew I had to go to the doctor this morning, too, for a checkup because I don't want to go on cholesterol medicine. So I'm just going to eat healthy and exercise and get myself.
So I'm curious. Why don't you want to be on cholesterol medicine? Anti-cholesterol.
Because I don't want to be on another pill. you know.
That's a good rationale.
Yeah. Oh, you're making fun of me.
I am making fun of you. Yes.
I think that's one of the pills that they say once you're on it for life.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't want to do that.
I'm on it.
I know. My whole family's on it.
I'm on it. Yeah.
Jerry found out my whole family's on it. But
If you don't control the cholesterol, by the time you figure out that you do need to be on it, you'll be in a world of trouble. I'm just giving you the information, so it's on here. Now it's on the internet. So now, when you call me up and say, "Yeah, you idiot, you didn't tell me to do that,"
I'll just put it all on you.
I'm telling you to take the damn pill.
No, but if I can if I continue with my new summer regimen and I'm eating healthy, I'm having salads, no more ice cream.
Okay, I'm just going to say this. Certainly, people who have, and you're not one of them, but certainly people who have weight issues,
Okay.
that,
Good. That was a close one, Dave.
No, I was smart. I'm smarter than that. Lowering their total body weight will help them control the cholesterol.
Mm-hmm.
But that's only about 25% of the people. 75% of the people have it genetics. Your genes give you the fact that you don't process the cholesterol well, and that's the problem with it being high. So that's why the medications can help a lot with those people. I'm on them. And look at me. I'm skinny as a rail.
No,
But exercise will help. Lowering weight will help. Yes, they absolutely will help. I don't want you to think that, I just have to take a pill and now I can eat whatever I want. No, you have to be attentive to what you're doing. And the problem with cholesterol is a silent killer, because it's elevated, but I feel fine, and the whole time it's laying down plaque in your arteries, and it's you don't want to get to be older and then have to have a bypass surgery or something of that nature. I mean, okay, I don't want to end on a Debbie Downer here. I just wrecked it for you, didn't I? Sorry.
Okay. So anyway,
Dave doesn't get invited next week.
So who wants to join me next? Oh, actually, guess what? Tonya wants to join me next week for real, because she wants Tonya, my friend, she's helping her friend have the singles event in Locust Valley that she included me on, and I'll be co-sponsoring it. So yeah, so she asked if she can do next Friday so we can discuss that. So you'll be off that day.
I'll be off that day.
So now we have to get to the questions, because
okay, now I'm billing you on overtime, time and a half. I don't even get a smart ass response. You just gave me the look.
No, because this is professional Maureen.
Okay, professional Dave.
Okay, so get your questions up on your phone, because you're in charge of the questions.
All right. Where can I find it? The email, right?
No. You couldn't find them on email, so I texted them to you.
Okay, there we go. Got it. Wow, there's a lot of questions.
Well, let's not do 9 and 10. So we'll do 8 fast. Okay?
Okay.
And I don't know them because we didn't have time to go over them. So, I just knew that there were 10 and we don't have time to do 10. So,
okay. I'll read them?
Yeah.
Is chemistry enough to overlook red flags in the bedroom and outside of it?
Okay. No, because I've said this probably a million times. We need both chemistry and compatibility. So
Yeah.
no matter how great the chemistry is that what they're saying in the bedroom? It's great?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it could be great, but if you're not compatible, it's still not going to work. Remember what I coined? Compatibility breeds chemistry. So the opposite's true. If you're compatible with someone, but maybe you just feel like friends, keep that person as a friend, because many times compatibility breeds chemistry, and all of a sudden you might start feeling an attraction towards that person, but never the other way around. Anything you'd like to add?
Well, I think you covered it really easy. But I would just say, amazing chemistry enough to overlook red flags in the bedroom? And the answer to the question is no. And toxic chemistry feels intoxicating, but real compatibility feels peaceful and non-chaotic. I mean, that's the reality of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even think of a way of discussing this, but something that feels good for 2 minutes and you're going to pay, and they're going to pay for the next 50 years probably isn't worth it.
Unless you like getting divorced.
Yeah. On all and any of these questions, I would just say to men and women, you're worth more. Don't compromise. You're worth more. Because as soon as you settle, you will be miserable your entire lives.
Yes. Never, ever settle.
No.
A lot of times singles will say they'll be doing internet sites. And, there's thousands of people using those trash sites. And there's a lot of different sites. But have you ever looked? They're all the same people. And then say you married someone you work with, and then you get divorced and you go back to them. It's the same people. That's frightening. Now, when they first came out, I guess it was like 4 years in to my start of matchmaking, I have to be on incognito, of course, so I could see, my client might be doing that. That's not good. Or I like to see the things that go on so I can prevent people from getting hurt. I spot a scammer on that in 2 seconds. Or guys or even girls that I disqualify, they're all over the internet. So, but I just want to mention that. So
I think what you should always say to them is be careful for what you wish for, because you just might get it. And the problem with that is now you're stuck. So I'm going to excuse myself for 1 quick second. I have to do something. I'll be right back, I promise.
Can you read the next question first, at least?
No, you're here.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I think I might have the questions. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see. So the next question is, and was that Kim, was that the second question or the third question? Let me know. That will help me a lot. Okay. Here it is. Facebook Live questions. Okay. If he watches all my stories, like my selfies, and texts me late at night. Why won't he commit? Okay. I personally know a couple people from the past
Mhm.
who tell me all the time they stalk my social media. That is effing creepy. They know I don't want, anything, anything
Mhm.
with them. But, just, yeah, don't be doing that. So, again, back to the question of a lot of times a girl might think, oh, I see he watches all my stuff. Because, first of all, if you're like me, and Dave knows, I know lots about Facebook. Whereas a lot of times,
I do not. I'm a
and,
Facebook cripple.
and say Margaret, she was here yesterday, I would say, oh, now look, he's looking at your profile. She's like, how do you know that? Blah, 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 blah. So I know it. But a lot of girls will think, oh, he likes me. Who the blank cares? If that's all you're going to get, that's even worse than getting crumbs, ladies. Raise the bar. Know your worth. And if you're looking for a committed relationship, it's not going to work with those high school stupidity things of him watching your Facebook. Who cares? So I personally would block them. So anything you'd like to add to that, Dave?
I think there's a lot of juvenile behavior out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, you can meet someone on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
but then there's steps to being, hey, I'm interested in you, you're interested in me, or you need Maureen to help you get set up. But someone who's always skulking around on Facebook and not committing one way or another is probably not really where you want to be.
Right. And do you really think that that person is only looking at you?
Yeah.
You can't be naive with things like that. So obviously that person who's doing that, that's all they have to give you, which means they're probably married. They probably have a girlfriend, maybe two girlfriends. What do you want to be involved with something like that? When here, with thousands of success stories I've had over the years, you'll find someone who will love you for you, and he's going to want a committed relationship. I don't talk anyone into doing my program. They're here because they want to raise the bar, and they're ready, and they're tired of wasting time on internet dating sites. So when you're ready for a committed relationship, the only real way that you know that person is, because talk is cheap, as they say. Anyone can say it, but you'll only know really when a guy's a client because he's made this investment in order to get that.
Right.
So.
I mean, I always think to myself, you deserve complete and utter, just no hiding, no nonsense going on. And the most important thing is you have to go into this with the idea that I deserve this. I deserve a good committed relationship with someone who is committed to me so I can be committed to you. And it may not happen the first time out. I mean, but if it does, great. If it doesn't mean that there's not someone out there for you. Don't give up.
Yes. Again, I have 3,000 clients on Long Island, but about half of them are on hold with one another right away. And someone said to me last week, oh, that's not good, because then that means there's only half the amount that's available. And I said, why don't you think of it as a positive way that I've gotten half of my active clients with someone on hold that probably will end up getting engaged and married. Who has access to that on their own? That they've passed the screening process, the vetting process, they're financially stable, they're looking for a committed relationship. And that you're compatible, because that's what I specialize in. So,
Yeah.
Okay. So you ready to do number 3?
My phone. Yes, I'm ready to do number 3. I'm a bit of a smart ass. Why are so many attractive singles secretly in situationships? They prefer aren't relationships.
Yes. So they're pretending, they're not into that. They're not relationships. Okay. They're not relationships. Anyone can be in a situationship. And again, you're getting crumbs by accepting that. Anyone can do that. Why would a man or a woman be happy with that? I don't get that. I've never got that or understood that before.
I think one thing to add to that is that women and men need to go into this with the idea that I'm worth a good, committed relationship that will grow stronger with time and better and tighter together. I mean, if that's not what you're thinking about, the whole 9 yards is to meet someone, think that you're compatible, and then see where it goes. But it should not just be, well, that didn't work, that didn't work. You want to get the one where you're growing and continuing to grow all the way along with this.
Yeah.
I mean, a tree that's been in the ground for 50 years is harder to blow over. And there will be problems with everybody. So just a thought.
Also, too, there's so many people that are guarded because they're afraid of getting hurt. And that's why they're keeping a situationship going rather than a real relationship. My philosophy is I would rather loved and have lost than to have never loved before. That's just how I've always been my whole life. What about you, Dave?
Yeah, you cannot win if you're standing on the sideline. You cannot win if you're not completely committed. Yes, we can tell you that. Well, I'm not a matchmaker. I'm just a poor old medical oncologist. But you
learn so quickly, Dave.
With this kind of stuff, you'll know very, very early on, and it doesn't mean if you get to someone and you find out that you love that someone loves you, well, fantastic. But if it doesn't mean there's not someone out there for you. There's someone for everyone.
There's a lid for every pot.
You got it.
But if you're looking on the internet dating sites, it's dangerous. Only 1% of them pass my basic screening process. And what else are you going to do? Meet someone in a bar? I mean, chances are that person probably drinks a lot, and they're going to want someone else who drinks a lot. Now, I know with my clients, most of us don't really drink. The only time I drink is when I have work events. So
I don't drink at all.
I know, and that's what the trend is now at an upscale matchmaking service. Okay, next question.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's on my phone. I keep thinking to myself, why am I saying? Okay, so which one? Is it 4?
4.
Okay.
Oh, or wait.
Oh, that was,
Red flag if someone, oh yeah, number 4.
yeah, 4 is kind of an easy one. Okay.
We like easy. I love these softball questions. It's got to be one of my friends.
No, I like to think about things. But anyway, number 4, is it a red flag if someone only texts after 10 p.m.? And if anyone answers this question, no.
I know. Sadly, I've seen people that I've had to disqualify because they were brought up in a household where one of the parents was not respected at all. And I guess it could go either way.
Yeah.
You know, the person could say, I don't want to live like that. I'm going to do everything right. And that would be healthy and wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
But the people that I disqualify the most are people that did have a tough upbringing and the parents didn't respect each other. And so the person never learned how to respect themselves and what to expect. And that's sad. But what I've always said too, and I've said it to my kids a million times, and Dave, I think I've heard you say this too, that my philosophy is the day someone turns 21, you know enough people in your life that you've seen friends that have happy married, their parents are happily married, or you meet people at work that are successful in work, regardless of their upbringing. So you might not have been taught those skills growing up, but when you're 21, you need to seek out as much knowledge on how to be the best person you can be, regardless of what you've gone through. You can't live life as a victim. Oh, poor me. You will get nowhere in life. So by really setting the stage and knowing that you want more than that, it'll be much better for you. And just say you don't have the money to be in an upscale matchmaking service. That's why I do so many YouTube videos on dating tips and, you know, how to find love on your own on my website, mtnmatchmaking.com. I think on the second page are 6 or 7 tips on how to find love that I want people to always do first before you call me. Mm-hmm. Give yourself 6 months of trying it on your own, because you might be successful just doing these tips and then you won't need to make this investment. Don't wait more than 6 months though. If it takes more than 6 months, then we'll help you and it'll be a million times easier. So,
yeah, I mean, I think what I would say to someone is you're worth it. Don't settle. You're absolutely 100% worth it. And you'll find someone out there sooner or later, and it'll be a lot easier if you get in with the matchmaker, certainly Maureen. But you know, people shouldn't just give up. Oh, you know, I've been on.
Never give up.
And it all sucks, and I hate everything, and yada yada yada. You know, there's somebody for everyone, and you just have to trust your heart.
And even in my program, it's not easy to find the right person because I can do the vetting, I can do the compatibility, I can't do the chemistry. But like we both have said, there's a lid for every pot. So that's why before I take someone on, I ask them, can you be positive, patient, and open-minded? Because if a person is always like that, and just say they have the worst luck in the world of having people say yes to them, because we shield a lot of people from that. They don't even know it. They just think, oh, Maureen's too lazy sending me out. I'd rather take that hit than to have someone know, oh, he said no again, blah, blah, blah. But if that person does say positive, patient, open-minded, that person, I'm going to keep them on for as long as they need to be successful. The only issue ever comes when someone says, yeah, I know he said no to me. So, yeah, Maureen, you suck. And sadly,
It's always your fault.
oh, it's always my fault. But so that's happened over the years. Oh, actually, only with older women now. So again, this year, top 20% of all singles. So if any of my clients are watching and maybe you're not getting as many yes replies as possible, just remember, you promised me the day I took you on to be positive, patient, and open-minded.
Yeah.
And there's no refunds in matchmaking. There's no guarantees in matchmaking. But yet, I will do everything possible to make you successful, no matter how long it takes, as long as you do those 3 things. So, okay. Next question.
I gotta go back to my darn phone. Okay, so we're at is it 4 or 5?
I think 5.
5.
Oh, wait.
Why
Yes.
do people say they want love but still flirt with half of Long Island's online? I can answer this one in a heartbeat.
Go ahead.
They're not interested in being in a committed a good relationship.
Yes. That's how you can tell. And the best way to say it is, say if you're not meeting the person through my service, when someone is really into you, you're going to know it. You're going to feel it. You're going to get constant reminders every day how that person feels.
Mm.
You're going to get reminders. Like, I love Facebook for certain things. It has so many great motivational posts out there just for free to help people. And there's so many beautiful things that if you care about someone, it takes a second to copy and paste and send that to someone. And I can assure you that person is going to be so crazy happy that you took a minute out of your time to copy something someone else said that made you think of them. So you'll always know when someone's into you. And if you're questioning it, they're probably not. Anything to add, Dave?
No, I think you covered it. Number 6. Are we doing that one?
Yes.
I caught the guy I'm dating still active on dating apps. Am I overreacting?
No, you fucking fool. What is wrong with these women? If you're on an internet dating site, these guys are looking for sex. They're not looking for a committed relationship. The only way you will know for sure if someone's looking for a committed relationship is if you have a ring already, if you met on your own, or the person's made the investment at any upscale matchmaking service throughout the country. That's it. Online, guaranteed he's dating 3 other people, and you're an afterthought. So, of course, you're going to catch him doing other things. Don't be naive. It just drives me crazy, ladies, because I like to empower my women. Here I can do that because I've got the greatest men all looking for marriage. So stop wasting your time getting crumbs off of an internet dating site, for God's sake. God, I hate when I get all riled up like this.
Don't hold back. Like, give us what you...
Anything you'd like to add to that, Dave?
I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole. I think you covered it.
Okay.
All right.
So number 7.
7. Why do people get jealous and possessive, but refuse to make things official?
I would say the best way to say that is there are a lot of people out there that want their cake and eat it too.
Perfect.
Right?
It's the only thing that makes sense. I mean,
Yeah. And again, those are just words. That person saying, "Oh, I'm so jealous." Oh. These are words. If the person's really jealous, you're going to know. You're going to have discussions. Communication is the most important thing to any relationship.
agreed.
Wouldn't you say?
Agreed.
So,
Yeah.
If it's a healthy relationship, you'll be discussing things like that. If it's not, then you're just going to be in this fog of not knowing what's going on. And life is too short. There's so much out there for all of us to experience and to have a great life. But as I say to my clients, and it's true with everything in the world, and I'm going to say it like this. When I said this to Ruth the other day, she's like, Maureen, don't say this. But it's true. Dave, tell me if you know this. And if you don't, it's fine. But I know you're a doctor. Okay, so I know businessmen know this. In everything in life, there's the 80-20 rule. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, God, yeah.
Okay, good. And I figured you did, but so that goes for everything. So I like to think in my program prior to 2026 that 20% of my clients all got 80% of the matches saying yes to them, which is great. Then sadly, it wasn't the case for everybody else, but there's things that you can do to improve. You can exercise, feel good about yourself, which will make you look good. You could eat healthy, you could exercise, you could work on listening more. There's a million different things. But now with 2026, that 80-20 rule, we're only taking on the top 20% of singles. So it just works out naturally for us that it's much, much, much easier for people to be successful here. And again, it's just the typical 80-20 rule, which works with any type of business or situation that's out there. Anything you want to add?
No, I think you covered it. I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, so. Okay. Number 9.
I think we could end on that, right?
End on 9 or end on that last, whatever. You're the boss.
God, I love that.
I've been the boss 40 years. I don't want to be the boss anymore.
Okay. So, I guess at least I better get back to work.
Okay.
So, thank you again, Dr. Dave.
My pleasure.
Thank you to everyone who listened during, and of course, all the people that watch after, so they don't get called out like they did last week by someone. So thank you. please write in your dating questions. Always love you too, Kim. We're going to be sending a newsletter out too with the upcoming July 1st singles event that I'm co-hosting, which is going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
So I also put out there on social media what my summer program looks like. I want everyone to do that too. Please. So comment below and tell us what your plan of action is this summer so that you can feel, which will make you look your best in order to help yourself find love. Okay? So thanks for listening, everyone, and have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye-bye.